in the ATL. That's my homeboy. Watch your back if you're gonna walk alone, boy. Cause everybody in the homeboys trying to get rich. You could get hit even if you known, boy. We the kings of the South. Pies in the oven, grills in the mouths. Count stacks is a usual norm. College Park, bank here where the hustle was born. So peace up and A-Town down. 4-4 living with the 808 sound. Nightlife popping, ain't nobody stopping. Cutting up a rug when the beat dropping. The dirty birds nest here, and then they haters get to talking. Then they falling on the deaf ears. This is where trap music was born. On the 50-yard line of the Georgia Dome in the ATL. Pop that, drop that, dirty birds, you ain't never gonna stop.
Oh, hey, welcome back. How you all doing, guys? Big J Lake coming at you again with a very overdue product review of the TMS Silex. Now, this is TMS's first ever steel street frame. A lot of work has gone into getting this frame off the ground. Guys over in France, I believe Luke's had a little bit of an input over here in the UK. Everyone's kind of put their little bit in there and created this monster of a frame. Now, the wheelbase is 998 and the rear stay is 352, plus 22 on the BB, and I think the frame comes in at about 2.2 on weight, complete built up on certain components. I think it's looking about 11.8 off the TMS's build. Obviously, depending on what components you put on your bike is depending on what weight you're going to get out. So wheels and hubs and cranks, etc., all make a big difference. So obviously that's variable. 4130's chrome body steel, all been welded up, absolutely bang on the money. I think your rear mount is about a 180, I think 160. 160, 180. I can't quite remember. Obviously you've got your brace in there and a brace up top here. This welding is just so neat and tidy. There's other frames out there which you can buy, which, you know, their welding's pretty good, but it ain't this. And it is absolutely really nice. The artwork, I believe, is from one of the guys that rides for the TMS. I can't remember the cat's name, unfortunately, so props to whoever you are, sir, and I do apologise. External headset, head angle is 74.5, kind of a bit steep, but when you ride the bike it feels right. As I say, headset comes with the frame as well when you buy it. On the rear as well, it comes with your chain tensioners, so no need to go out and buy those. Tiny little stays on the back here, very small. Still got the plastic mounted. Oh good lord, smashing it. See, very hard. See, look, you can hit it and things and it's fine. It's just built up. They ride really nice. I won't be building this up because I've got the Champagne built up at the moment. I got to ride Luke's one at the Space Monkey Party, and I really liked it. I find it quite weird that Luke can only ride with one brake. It baffles the hell out of me, but Luke manages to ride with one brake. When you do actually, I struggle because I rely on the front brake a lot to get that little, I don't know why, but sort of front and back bad habits and all that malarkey. Luke's just, you know, super smooth and everything he does is, there's no correction hops, and if there is correction hops he ends up filming it like about 1 billion times before he gets it right, because he's just a perfectionist. Anyway, regardless, and it does feel really cool once you know, hopping about and riding it. You know, I really did quite like Luke's one. Unfortunately, I wish I did actually build this up but just so I could have had it as my own and just tried it, but nonetheless. Moving on to the forks over this way, you got these fantastic black forks all the way from TMS. Again, lovely. Everything's all been CNC cut. Again, I can't remember the amount, if it's 160 or 180. I do apologise. It's been a very long weekend for me this weekend. No thread on the steerer tube. Unlike the Champagne's one are all threaded out, and then you get like a little top cap. But as I said, with this one, it does come with a headset, so you do get your star nut and your top cap and everything, so you're good to go. Like I said, Shubs had one over when he come over to the Space Monkey Party. I couldn't ride Shubs because he's got his brakes the wrong way around for me, so I was absolutely no good. It was kind of funny to watch, but it was absolutely no good to try and test and ride it. But they do, as I say, when they're built up, they do ride super nice. Luke's the one to talk to, but you know, he can go give you the lowdown if you're over in the UK. Give Luke Cockshooter a shout. Sorry, not Cockshooter, that's his old name, Luke Livingstone, a shout, and he will hook you up. Now guys, as I say, I've not built this, so there won't be no edit from me, but Luke has sent some clips over of him riding it, and the boy is killing it. Luke's been hammering the hell out of this for months now, and Luke can't break it. And if Luke can't break it, you know, Luke seems to tear through frames like going out of fashion, and Luke has not damaged these at all, and he's abused it. So I'm going to chuck Luke's edit up in a minute, so you'll be able to see Luke riding it and show him the bike for its full potential. Price of these with the frame and forks is €590, yeah, €590. Now, before anybody goes off and starts ranting about the price or anything, do your research. Please go and find out what the flagship steel frame is from any other brand. Go and find out how much their flagships are, and then come back and say to me that this is expensive. Because compared to other big brands, this really isn't that expensive. And this is, as I say, TMS's flagship. Admittedly, it is our first steel frame. So, but I took a lot of flack for the Champagne being really expensive. Please go and have a look at other, I ain't got no beef with anybody, so I ain't going to really call anyone's name out, but go and have a look at other big brands and tell me that the price of their flagship model is expensive, and then come back to us, or sorry, go and have a look at their price of theirs, then come back and say that the Champagne is expensive, because it really ain't. The same with this isn't as expensive as other brands that are out there that create steel frames. They're a lot more expensive. So anyway, a little bit of a rant there, but that's sort of nonetheless. Anyway guys, TMS Silex is available at TMS Urban Sports page. Go and check them out. Give T-Bow a shout if you're interested in one. €590 for the frame and forks is going to get you this bad boy, with all its loveliness. Now guys, now without further ado, I present to you Luke, aka Cocky's edit. Booyah!